tonight I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Everyone who knows me know I'm not too long-winded. So I try to get you in, get you out, get you the information. You know, thanks to everyone for taking some time to jump on tonight's webinar. I know a lot of us have been traveling this weekend and are tired, but we're super pumped up and super motivated to really go in here and win in a major way. So tonight we're going to be going over the Cashflow Strategist, okay? That's one of the main tools we have in our back office. One of our, you know, it's like the AK-47 in our tool belt, but we've been sleeping on it, okay? This Cashflow Strategist, one, it's to determine a financial plan for your financial goals, okay? So one, we need to be a product of the product, right? We need to be using the tool because that's the only way we're going to have our game plan set. And then that's the only way we're going to be able to explain to people we're bringing into the business and sharing income shifting with, if we understand what the tool can do and the power of the tool. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen so we can kind of go through it. I know some of you guys may be like me. I did not log into the Cashflow Strategist for a long time after getting the membership. One, because when I actually did go in, it was so confusing at first. Like, it looked like so much. I was overwhelmed, and I was like, I'll do it later. And then later became never. Okay, and I know some of y'all watching this webinar right now may be like that. You know, you may have looked at it and then said, I'll check it out another time, and maybe never got to it, but it's super, super powerful. So I'm gonna go through the Cashflow Strategist, kind of what the questions and the blanks are for you to fill in and how it can help you to achieve your financial goals. Okay, so let me share my screen. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, can you see my screen? Someone let me know, yes, no, maybe so. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, great. 1 second. All right, great. So the Cashflow Manager, the Cashflow Strategist is where we're going into tonight. But the Cashflow Strategist is a tool within the Cashflow Manager app, okay? Now, I know a lot of you guys may know that myEcon launched an app this weekend. So now you can run your entire office from your smartphone. The Cashflow Manager is now available in the iTunes and Play Store for you to be able to download. So definitely when we get up this webinar tonight, go ahead. Sorry, I just muted everyone. You want to go ahead and download the app, okay? So here it is. To get to your Cashflow Strategist, you're going to log into your myEcon back office, okay? You want to click home, and it'll bring you to your business management center. Once you get here, you want to click on your income shifting membership. Okay. All right, so you go into your income shifting membership. Once you get into this screen, you're going to click on your Cashflow Manager, okay? When you get your Cashflow Manager, you see the red bar at the top. You're going to choose Cashflow Strategist, okay? What's the Cashflow Strategist? It's our way to strategize our way to our financial goals, okay? So it's the tool, like I mentioned, that gives you your financial blueprint. What it does is it helps you to calculate your debt payoff, okay? And it helps you to calculate your freedom goal. So what your freedom goal is, guys, is it's basically how much money you need to make on a monthly basis to retire or to become financially free. And that freedom goal is going to be different for every single one of us on the line, okay? Mine personally, at this point, and it can fluctuate, but right now my freedom goal is $10,000 a month. If I'm making 10 grand a month, I can basically do everything I want to do, okay? So you got to figure out what's that freedom goal for you. What's that number that you want to be making monthly where you no longer have to go to work, okay? And you can live the lifestyle that you desire, all right? So once you get into your Cashflow Strategist, what you want to do is you want to, some of you guys can see here, I've got quite a few different, I guess you can call them strategies, right? But a lot of you, if you've never used this before, this is going to be blank. It's going to have nothing there. All you want to do is click here, the button that says new, to create a new Cashflow Strategist, okay? And we're going to go through tonight really quickly and just kind of do a demo of this, okay? So I can kind of show you how it works, and then what you got to do is I'm challenging every one of you on the line tonight in the next 24 hours to get this done. Really and truthfully, you should get it done as soon as we jump off the webinar while it's fresh in your mind. Okay, and once you go ahead and get it done, guess what? Now you can go and tell your teammates and do exactly what I'm doing with you guys with them so they can get this filled out as well. Okay, so you want to click the new button. You want to give it a file name. So I'm going to call this, webinar demo. You can call it whatever you want to call it. If you can see for mine, I have real freedom. I've got June 2017, because I have different goals. Okay, so I want to see the different numbers to see what's most realistic for me, or to actually just give me a plan of what it is that I need to be making to achieve that goal. So for this demo, we're going to call this one webinar demo. This first section here, guys, section 1 is for your top 5 financial goals. What you want to do is number from 1 to 5 in order of importance of what's most important to you. Okay, so I'm just going to try to use something that may be, standard for most people, but this is going to vary from person to person. So, my first thing may be to pay off all my debts. The second thing I want to do is I want to buy a home. The third thing I may want to do is reduce my taxes. 4, I may want to, maybe not say for my college education, but maybe my kids' college education. In this case, for me, it's music, right? And 5, I want to increase my income. But you just got to choose what are your 5 financial goals in order of importance. Okay, that's the first thing you want to do. Then you're going to go down here, because this section, guys, all this is this asking you certain financial questions, and you've got to fill in the blanks. Numbers don't lie. Y'all already know women lie, men lie, numbers don't lie. So once you plug the numbers in here, okay, it's going to give you a game plan. So line 1 is asking you, what's the least amount of monthly income you desire at retirement? For this example, we're going to go ahead and put, let's say, $6,000. You want to be making $6,000 every single month, for you to be able to walk away from working. Line number 2 asks, what year at the latest do you plan to retire? So when do you want to retire by? These are questions you got to start asking yourself. A lot of us never ask ourselves these questions, but I always say, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail, right? So you've got to ask yourself these questions. So for example, I'm going to say, okay, I want to retire by 2031. Okay. 3, how much of your monthly retirement income do you expect to receive from Social Security and company paid pensions? Not what you receive from your 401k, 403b, IRAs, CDs, etc. So by the time you retire, what are you expecting to receive as Social Security or pension payouts? A lot of us on the line tonight may have 0. We are all paying Social Security now with hopes that Social Security will pay us out by the time we're ready to retire. But we already know that's up in the air. But you can still put that number. What do you think by the time you're ready to retire, your Social Security or pension payout should be? So for this example alone, I'm going to say, I expect to get paid $1,500 from Social Security per month. Okay. 4, what is the approximate value of your investment portfolio right now? Many of us may have 0. We may not have an investment portfolio. That includes mutual funds, 401ks, IRAs, different things, except Social Security and pensions. All right. So hopefully everyone on the line, if you're working a 9 to 5 or have been working one, hopefully you're contributing to your 401k or some kind of investment account. Okay. So this question is, what's the value of that right now? So for most people have been working, let's say 10 years on a minimum. So let's say you were contributing for the last 10 years to your 401k or some kind of investment. I'm going to just put for this example that your value right now is about $15,000. Okay, some of you here may have a lot more, others may have a lot less. But let's say for this example, $15,000 is what your investment portfolio is right now. 5, how much money do you currently invest monthly in long-term savings? A lot of us may not be investing anything in long-term savings. Okay, that's why this membership is so important. But we're going to say, you're investing $100 a month into some type of savings. Okay, that's very conservative. 6, how much money additional can you invest into long-term savings right now? Think about it. Think about what you spend money on right now. that you could really cut back, like Starbucks, eating out, maybe one of those movies a month. Like, how much money can you really cut back on? And instead of spending it, you can invest into your future, okay? Let's say for this example, I'm just gonna say, $150 per month. This is real conservative. A lot of these numbers for a lot of you may be a lot higher, okay? 7, how much money do you have set aside for emergencies? Remember, your true emergency fund is 6 months of your expenses. Where are you right now? If it's 0, that's cool. This is only for you. No one else is gonna see this. So you don't wanna lie in the strategist because you're lying to yourself. This is a plan for you. So how much money do you have set aside for emergencies? Okay, for this example, we're gonna say right now I got $2,000 saved for my emergency, or set aside in my emergency fund. And the final question is, do you feel you currently have a plan in place to accomplish your retirement goal in your desired time frame? Yes or no? Most of us will say no. We got goals, but we don't really have a plan, right? So I'm gonna say no. The third section is debt elimination. So here's how this works. You basically just gotta list all your debts. This is something you've gotta take the time to do, y'all. Don't skip this, because this is what's required for us to be, next year at the convention, cash flowing 10,000, 50,000, 100,000. The people who did this is who are getting those type of results. Quick story. There's this guy, his name is Deshaun Whitehurst. I met him on Facebook maybe a year ago. We've been Facebook friends, and I met him this weekend at the conference for the first time. And I was blown away when he was actually awarded for cash flow in $250,000. He was in the $250,000 cash flow club. And guess what? After the event, when he and I went to congratulate him, guess what he said to me? I said to him, man, I had no idea you were doing it like this. And he said, yeah, but I can't recruit no one. So that blew my mind. The fact that he's cash flowing $250,000, and it's not from building this business. It's from using the cash flow strategist. That's when I realized we've been sleeping on this thing. A lot of us are focusing on building the business, which is great because we do want to generate business income, but we got to create some cash flow stories for ourselves, in order to be able to recruit people into the business. I hope that makes sense. So what you've got to do is put all your debts in. So for this example, to keep it quick, I'm just going to put 3 debts in. A lot of us have a lot more, right? That can be, credit cards, car notes, mortgages, student loans, whatever your debts are, okay? So the creditor, I'm going to say I got a credit card. Let's say the balance on that credit card is $8,000, and my minimum payment each month is $200, okay? I'm going to add another debt, a car note. Let's say my car note, I owe $17,000 on the car, and my payment is $550. Okay? I hope no one got a car note for $550. That means you definitely need Nove money because your credit bad, unless you're driving like a Bentley or something. All right? So the third one I'm gonna add here is, let's say a mortgage. Let's say you've got a mortgage of about $200,000, and your mortgage payment every month is $1,200. Okay? We're gonna say these are your debts. This is all the debt that you have. So you want to take the time out to go and list every single debt that you have. Okay? The next section is your recurring monthly expenses. So what this is where you're gonna list all bills that you pay every single month. Okay? Cell phones, insurances, your utilities, your cable. All of these monthly recurring expenses you want to put here. And the reason why we're doing this is because the goal of this list is for you to list out all your monthly recurring expenses and see where you can save some money and cut back. See, guys, you can only improve what you can track. You can only improve what you can measure. So you won't know that if you're paying $175 for cable because you got HBO and Stars to watch Power, that you could watch it on the internet and pay $50 a month. You just save yourself, $125. Okay? But you've got to write it out for you to be able to see it. So this allows you to do that. So I'm going to just list a couple expenses that most people have. I'll say, okay, my cell phone. Let's say my cell phone bill is $95 right now, but I can lower my cell phone plan because I don't need unlimited data. I can get 5 gigs of data and get a cheaper plan. And instead of paying $95 a month, I can pay $60 a month, okay? Just before I move on, Y'all following me, right? Someone shake their head, give me a thumbs up, something. All right, cool. So look at this, and this is why this strategist is this software is so powerful. So check it out. I put cell phone, I put my current monthly cost, I put the new monthly cost if I was to alter my plan, and it calculates what my monthly savings. So just from that alone, I'm saving $35 a month just on the cell phone, okay? I'm gonna add a few more expenses. Give me a second, let me just add the space for it. So I'll say, my utilities. Let's say my utilities are $400 a month right now. That's electricity, water, all those things. Let's say I say I'm gonna be more conservative and start cutting off the lights, because I really don't. I walk out of my house with all my lights on, I sleep with the TV on, it doesn't make sense. I'm just wasting. So if I start to be conservative, I can cut back on those bills. So instead of it being $400 a month, let's say I get my bill down to $300 a month. Guess what? My monthly savings now is what? $100, right? This is how you find money that you're already spending without making extra money. Okay, you have to make better cash flow decisions. Let's say your cable bill, like I mentioned, let's say you're paying $175 right now because you got the fastest internet, you got the sports package, and you got HBO and Stars and Showtime that you never even watch because you're mostly at work, right? Let's say you cut that cable bill down to about $85. You just saved $90 just from cable, all right? I'm gonna do one more, guys. Entertainment and eating out. How many times per week do you buy lunch? How many times when you're driving home from work, you stop and pick up something? Someone on here is guilty right now. They're eating some Popeyes. I'm guilty too. I ate Popeyes today earlier too. But think about those $5, $6, $7 every single day. It adds up, okay? So let's say entertainment, eating out. Let's say you're someone like me who loves to eat out. Let's say you spend about $400 on eating out. And I say, you know what? I'm not going out anymore. I'm gonna limit this. I'm gonna only spend $200 on eating out. I just saved $200, okay? And this allows you to put it there and calculates it for you. So once you enter all your monthly recurring expenses, what you wanna do is click save and return to list, okay? You wanna click save and return to list. It's gonna take you back here. Ignore all of my other stuff, okay? Just look at where it says webinar demo, which is the last one. So basically, button A is where you enter all your information, okay? Button B is what actually gives you, the plan, okay? It gives you the results and you get to refine your financial blueprint. So we're gonna go ahead and click button B. So what button B does, it allows you to define what your goals are, okay? It allows you to tell you what your goals are and what it's gonna take for you to start to achieve them. So here we go. Let's just go through this really quickly. So this is gonna say today's date, June 26th. It's also gonna say the rate of return we're gonna use in the summary. We're gonna go ahead and stick to 8% because that's the most conservative. But you all already know here in myEcon, we teach you how to get wholesale returns, 8, 10, 12, 14, 19%. But we're gonna use 8 so that your numbers can be based on the worst case scenario, okay? You can just click here and change this if you wanted to, and it will change your data, but I'm gonna leave it at 8. So it's gonna tell you here that the freedom year that I chose was 2031. And now it's giving me basically the numbers that I put in. So let's go through it really quick. My retirement freedom goal monthly is $6,000, okay? Based on the information I put in, it says that my monthly dollar amount provided by my pension and Social Security is $1,500, right? So line 3, guys, basically just takes $1,500 from the $6,000. So basically what that means is if I wanna make $6,000 a month, pensions and Social Security is giving me $1,500 a month, I need $4,500 more. Make sense? All right, great. So that's what line 3 gives you. $4,500 more is what you need to accomplish your goal. 4, what's the total assets needed to provide desired monthly goal at an 8% rate of return? So basically all this is saying, if you have money, you need to have $675,000 in some account getting 8% for you to be making $6,000 a month interest, okay? That sounds scary. Like what, 675,000? But when you got a plan, it's not so bad. So here we go. The projected the projected value of assets owned today on goal date using 8%. So remember, we said that our 401k portfolio is about $15,000, right? So basically it's saying If you've got $15,000 in your 401k right now, if you started to invest that right now up until your retirement freedom year, you'll have $45,802. It would mature to that. Does that make sense? So the $15,000 that you have now will mature to $45,000, almost $46,000 if you invested it starting today. Y'all following me? I lost y'all yet. I know the numbers are big, but y'all following me. I'm just trying to show you because these numbers will vary for everyone. Okay? 6, the projected net value of assets needed to provide your monthly goal. So basically, it's telling you that you need $675,000 based on your 401k and your portfolio today. That's gonna mature to about $45,000. So you're gonna need $629,000 more. Okay, that's what you need. So that's the goal. But here's the thing: you're gonna need $2,042 per month to make that happen. Now that's the problem. That's where you say, oh man, I don't have $2,042 to invest. So what this does is that gives you the goal. You know, to reach your goal, you need to be investing $2,042 per month. So what are you gonna do to get there? So that's where this business comes in, right? That's why now you've got to figure out, you can set some milestones for yourself because you know I need I need to figure out a way to get $2,042 every month invested. What can I do? Okay, so that's basically what it is. Now, you already said that you're investing $100 per month right now. So if you need $2,042, you're investing $100 now, you only need $1,942 more. Okay, so line 9 is the number you need to write down somewhere, circle it, put it on your affirmation board because that's your number. Okay, that's your freedom goal. That's the number you need to be investing every month to get to your goal. So here's the thing, and we're almost done, guys. Don't let me lose you yet. Just stick with me because this is where it gets powerful. Okay, and this is where right now it seems like you got a $1,900 problem, right? Because you need $1,900, but you may not have a clue where you're gonna get it from. That's why you are part of myEcon. All right. So our strategies are gonna help you to get closer to that goal. So strategy 1 is business income. This part of the calculator or the software says, how much money do you think you're gonna make every month from your business? In our example, we just put $100. Some of y'all on here right now are making way more than that per month in your myEcon business. Some of you guys are making $200, $300, $400, $500, $600 per month from your business. Okay, so that's the number you want to put in this box on average. What are you making from your myEcon business? And here's something that really, when I was going through this, it stuck out to me. When we make money, when myEcon pays us commissions, we need to start seeing that money as extra money and invest it back into ourselves and our business. Like a lot of times I find myself getting, the commission check and paying my bills with it, right? That's not the purpose of it. If I was maintaining my life before myEcon, why, when I get the money, I'm going to put it on something that doesn't have anything to do with my business, okay? So think about how much money you're going to make on an average from your business. You want to enter it in that box, okay? For this example, we're going to keep it at $100, which is bare minimum. If you enroll 3 people into this business, you make $105. So it's possible, okay? The second step says, what's the number that you made after adjusting your W-4? So everyone on this line who's working a 9 to 5, I hope everyone has already adjusted your W-4. If you're brand new, then you've got a 24 to 48 hour window before I check in with you to see if you did it. But adjust your W-4 because that's going to give you some extra cash flow without you having to work. And that's what, like Ms. Watson said on the call a minute ago, that's what income shifting is, making money without having to work for it. So by adjusting a form, you can get $200, $300 extra without having to work. So you want to put on this line what extra income you got after your W-4 adjustment. Was it $100? Was it $250? For some of our associates, it was $700, $900 per month. You want to put that number here because that's extra cash flow. So that's what that line is for. What's your, extra money now that you have the tax savings after the W-4 adjustment? Okay. Step 3, minimizing your expenses. So here's the thing. Right now, you see available cash now, not committed to anything. When we first were filling out the form, we said that you have an extra $150 to save every month, right? So that's where this number 150. So you basically got an extra 150. Now, based on the recurring monthly expenses section, when we kind of cut down on some of those bills, right now we were paying $10.70. But after cutting back on the cable, cutting back on the utilities, cutting back on your cell phone, now you're only paying $645 in recurring expenses. That just freed up an extra $425. Not from making more money, just being more conservative in your spending. Follow me? Make sense? Thumbs up if you got me. So basically, from cutting back or making better cash flow decisions, you're making an extra $425. You already said that you have another $150 to put towards, long-term savings. So basically, you just had an extra cash flow of $575 to put towards your debt. An extra $575 going towards some bills could help, right? And this isn't money that you made. This is just money that you found from the money that you already spending. Okay? Stop eating out so much. I'm not saying, jeopardize your lifestyle, but if you got a goal, sometimes we got to sacrifice. Sometimes we got to cut back for now so we can have everything we want in the future. You feel me? Make sense? So we've got $575 and we just about done, guys. So you got an extra $575 in cash flow. So think about this. Just by getting to this point in this worksheet or in this software, we already cash flowed $575. If we keep this up, we'll be at the $10,000 cash flow club in no time, right? But it's stuff like this. It's using the software for you to get there. Because if you try to guess, it'll take forever and you'll probably be far off, way off. So what you want to do with that $575 now is go ahead and eliminate some debt. So if you look at this line right here, you now have a total of $925 available for debt reduction. How did I get that number? The $575 we just talked about, the $100 you said you made from your business every month, and the amount of money you got extra from your W-4 adjustment. So it was $575 plus $250 from your W-4 plus $100 from your business. Gives you a total of $925 extra every single month. Y'all see how that's powerful? The fact that you just wrote it down, you just found money. You just created money for yourself. Okay? So you have $925. Everyone on here is over 18. So you can do what you want to do with your money, with your extra cash flow. Okay? But a key to becoming successful is you have to have discipline to do the right things. So if you have an extra $925, this gives you an opportunity to say, how do you want to use your money? You may want to say, you may want to pocket $100. You may want to put something towards your emergency fund. You may want to, invest something into, your 401k or some kind of funds that you have for your future. So you would enter those numbers here. And as you enter those numbers, this number here would change your total money that you have to apply toward debt reduction. For this example, we're not going to use anything. We're going to apply the whole $925. All the extra cash flow, we're going to apply. So here we go. Let's say, so now we already listed our debts, right? So we've got $925 extra. So your first debt is your car note. You owe $17,000 right now. Your current payment is $550, right? But we just freed up an extra $925 a month. So what do? You take that $925 and add it to your current car payment. So instead of paying $550 a month, you're going to be paying $925 plus the $550, which is $1,475. Guess what? If you pay $1,475 on that $17,000 car note, your car will be paid off in 12 months. That's powerful. That's the difference between you paying off your car maybe in 5 years and one. It's extra money. Instead of going out here and blowing it and buying some new shoes, buying the new purse, maybe taking an extra vacation, apply it to your debt, get debt free, then you can take vacations forever, So you're gonna eliminate your car note completely in 12 months. Now, what have you done? You've got an extra $1,475. That's what you've been paying for the last 12 months on your car. Now the car note is gone. So now you got $1,475 in cash flow. So what do? You go to your second debt. Let's say the credit card. You're paying $200 a month on your credit card. That's the minimum payment. But now you got $1,475 extra. Take that whole $1,475, add it to your credit card payment, Now, instead of paying $200 a month, pay $1,675 a month. You'll pay the $8,000 credit card off in 5 months. Something that may take you 5 years. Just by following some steps and being disciplined for a little while. Okay? So now the credit card is gone. It's paid off. 5 months has passed, the credit card is paid off. Now you got $1,675 extra. Now you go down to your mortgage. Your mortgage payment is $1,200, but you got $1,675 extra in cash flow. You take the $1,675 and the $1,200 you usually pay, and you make one big payment, $2,875. That's almost a $3,000. That's almost a $3,000 payment instead of $1,200. That's more than double. You have your house paid off in 70 months. How many people do you know could pay off their house in 6 years? A $200,000 house. Not a lot. But if you you freed up your own cash flow, and now you're just applying it to debt. Now guess what? After those 70 months, your house paid off. Once if you ain't got no mortgage, you're doing real well, right? So this little section here now says you had $225,000 in total debt. It takes you about 87 months to eliminate all and become completely debt-free. So you're gonna be completely debt-free by 2024. So remember, our freedom goal was to reach our freedom goal by 2031, right? By 2024, you're debt-free. So now you can start focusing on hitting that goal. Because think about it, you already got 1950. You basically got 2875 available for cash flow because you're debt-free. So the money that every month used to be going to Visa, that used to be going to Wells Fargo Dealer Services, that used to be going to, the Infinity dealership, now it's going to you, all right? Because you got to eliminate the debt first before you can start to pay yourself. So something Mr. Stokes said this weekend too that blew my mind. It was like, he was saying, they're very religious. So one of the things he said was, the borrower is always slave to the lender. And we can't be slaves to these debts. We got to get out of debt. We got to be debt free. That's when you're truly free. You don't have to pay no one else other than you and the things you want to do. That's the goal. So basically, after you become debt free, you've got $2,875 extra in cash flow every single month that you used to pay the bills. Now you can pay to you. So what do? This section repeats, you're grown. You can do what you want to do with your money, right? But let's say you were super disciplined and you said, I'm going to take this whole $2,875 every month and invest it in me. So what this chart down here does is it shows you what you would end up with if you were to do that. So A basically says, it tells you your existing portfolio, where you are right now. So check this out, and the numbers don't lie. So if you have $15,000 right now in your investment portfolio, and that compounds at 8% from now through, in this chart, to 2054, but let's just say every year, you're gonna be debt-free by 2024 based on the strategy, right? So every year you keep investing that $2,875. One, you'll achieve your goal by 2035. So our goal was 2031, right? But basically, you still achieved it 4 years later. But if you accelerate this a little bit, make some more business income, you find another way to make more money, you could speed this process up. But this is just showing you as is. So basically, by year 2054, let's just say you'll have $292,000. It's all right. But look at the difference if you took your money, the extra cash flow, and actually go and invest it. So this is saying if you took your existing monthly investments, which is your $100 a month, and you kept doing that, okay? You kept investing it from now and through 2054, you would have $277,000. Now, if you took what you have now, plus that $100 and do it together, you'll end up with $569,000. It's getting a little better. But look at how it drastically jumps when you take the extra cash flow and invest it. So this column here has all zeros because we put the whole amount to the debt elimination and to the investing, okay? So this is the one. Basically, F is it. So if you take your 84 every single month and invested in the 8% rate of return, and you do that every single month, not only will you be financially free as far as your freedom goal by 2035, but by 2054, look at how much money you would have. $4,854. But if you do what you're doing right now in the same situation, you would only have $292,000. That's a major difference, right? 200 grand to almost 5 million. By freeing up your own cash flow and doing the right things, getting out of debt, then taking that money and investing it in you. So, I mean, I know this was a lot, but I know a lot of us never even looked at the cash flow strategy. Like, we never even went through it to figure it out. So now you kind of get an understanding of what it can do for you. And these numbers can change for each and every one of us if we go ahead and go a little harder in our business. Instead of making 100 in your business a month, what if you made 1,000? The numbers would skew drastically. Okay, so what I would recommend, or what I plan to do, is based on where I'm at in my business. When I start to increase my income, guess what? I'm gonna go in and create another strategy based on my new income, so I can see how the numbers play out that way. Okay, because where we are now, we don't plan to stay there. You know, we plan to grow, make more money. You know, we plan to have other streams of income. But what this does, guys, is this gives you a plan. It tells you what your number is that you need to hit your goal. And then it just allows you to figure out a way to actually make it happen. Okay? And like Mr. Stokes said, if you get all of your new associates to do this cash flow strategist within their first week being in the business, because they joined the business for their goals, not our goals, right? So if they can see what it takes for them to reach their goals, and they can see the plan, they'll always pay their membership and always try to build their business, because the business is what accelerates the plan. See, sometimes we just focus on helping people just sign people up into the business. You know, we really got to focus on helping people achieve personal financial success, you know, instead of helping people sign up. Okay? We got seeing so many people who are EVP, but cash flow $1 million. You know, which one you prefer? You want cash flow $1 million, or you want to be EVP platinum? Like, I know I personally would give back the trophy to have $250,000 in my bank account. You know, like that's just straight up. So that blew my mind, that people who are not out there building the business are cash flowing because they following a strategy. But a lot of us are in the business for the business and we ain't cash flowing nothing. So I feel like if us on this team can start to show people the value of the membership for real, and we can really have people plugging in and start to create our own cash flow stories, guess what? People gonna recruit themselves. When they hear you cash flow $500,000, you don't think they're gonna want to join your business to find out how to do it too? But we can't. We gotta really get focused on helping people. We're the personal financial success company, guys. We got the tools. We gotta use them. You know. So I know I took a little long for your hour of your time, but I hope it was valuable. I have the recording. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna upload the recording in the Empire group. Feel free right after I end this now. You can drop any questions under the flyer. And I can see if I can answer them. And let me know if this was valuable. Let me know if I was whack, but just let me know, because I want to know what things we can do to really improve, because seeing so many people this weekend really succeed in a major way, and they ain't no better than us. We just got to plug into what we've got, So thanks so much, y'all, for jumping on. I appreciate you. If you got any questions, drop them in the group right now. I'll be online for a while. I'm cooking, so I'll answer some questions while I grub. So y'all have a great night. Talk to y'all soon, and I hope this helped. All right? Good night.